So hello everyone and welcome to Physics Wallah guys. Hope you all are doing well. Now I'm again here for a very small presentation. That is, most of the students are in third year, final year, second year, and they are always worried about what is the way from which I will get a good college placement. Okay? Maybe in your college, if it is a very good college, then most of the companies come for campus. For example, TCS, Infosys, many software companies and core companies also, like let's say Tata Elxsi's, in some college, Texas Instrument also, Qualcomm, Cisco. These are the companies which comes for campus placement. Now, the students always have dilemma that whether I will go for a college placements in third year, I will think for college placement, or I will go for higher educations. Higher education like what? Like doing masters and PhD, the top IITs. See, you always have, many students have a regret that for graduation, I will not get a good college. Maybe you are in tier 2, tier 3 colleges, but those who are in, let's say, a good college, top 40, 50 colleges of, let's say India, engineering college of India, then you also have a dilemma that, sir, what should I do? Now I am here to add on this, and that this presentation of 8 to 10 minutes will solve all your queries and all your problems. Now let's take one by one that why college placement is required. See, if you have a college placement, then it is, let's say, a bridge. If you placed in some of the company, then it will create a bridge between your financial status, that is what you were doing in your college, and suppose if you pursue higher studies after, let's say, break of 2 or 3 years on doing job, then it will create a good impact on your resume. For example, if you go for MBA and if you have, let's say, a sound experience of industries, then it will have a very great impact. And not only this, it will create a myriad opportunities, okay, and also a financial securities. So campus placement, I'm not against of it. Definitely if campus placement is good, then surely you will go for it. And I will tell you in this presentation itself that what are the things that you have to opt for a campus placement. But before that, let's quickly see that what happens if one opts for, let's say, higher studies, okay? Because see here, if one opts for higher studies, then his motive or her motive must be a learning. Okay? Not only learning, but he must have some extra, let's say, research background. He must have some extra research persona that he wants to add on his resume, which enhance, of course, a quality of his life. And definitely, if you are a very qualitative person, you are in, let's say, top IITs or top, let's say, ISC and whatever top engineering colleges, then you are definitely asset for a nation, okay? And definitely you have better opportunities than a person who is opting a campus placement in the third year or final year. So, but before that, you must have to show that you are in good, let's say, IITs, then only. And also this will require for your personal growth. So higher studies sometimes give a boost up to add up to your nothing but my career. For this, various factors are there to have a decision. You must have a background which will not allow you to go for higher studies. So for that, you take a student loan. You must have some long-term goals. And of course, what is the package offered by let's say, a company which is coming in your college. For example, if I consider a TCS, then TCS in tier 3, tier 4 college just come for 3 or 4 lakh rupees per annum. And in this inflation, if you consider, let's say, 3 or 4 lakh itself, then it will not add on to your career growth. Let's assume that a student starts its career after a master in, let's say, IITs, then after 5 years or 7 years, surely it will be on a very, very high package, around 40 to 50 lakhs. So these points also you have to consider. So if you do not have a restraint on, let's say, financial backgrounds, then surely you will go for higher studies. That's my recommendation. Not a, let's say, forceful advice, but a recommendation that if you do not have this kind of, let's say, responsibilities in your home, then go for a higher education. Definitely it depends on your situation, where you are, what is your long-term goals, and what are your preferences. Because it is very, very important. Find it. Your preference is very important. Where you want to shape your career, that's important actually. So what is the parameter? For example, if I consider a campus selection, then what are the parameters that you have to consider? That first consider that which type of companies which type of companies are you targeting for? For example, you are targeting for your core companies. You are in mechanical branch and you are targeting for, let's say, a very high Mahindra and Mahindra, or let's say Tata Motors and all. Okay. Or if you are in, let's say, electronics and communication background, then you are targeting Texas Instruments, Qualcomm, these kind of things. Then you have to consider what are the eligibility criteria. For example, if you are, let's say, 70% throughout they demand 70% throughout your, let's say, whole curriculum, from starting from your 10th to 12th to your graduation. Or sometimes they demands a competitive exam scorecard like GATE, NET, UGC, and this kind of thing. You have to take care of this. And what are the different phases of recruitment? You have, let's say, multiple tests, you have multiple rounds, and you have multiple interview rounds, then you have to take care of. And also, you have to consider that what should the strategies to clear the interview rounds, because interview rounds is very crucial. In the 30 minutes of interview, they know all of your backgrounds, they know all of your future prospects, everything. These kind of things that you have to take care of. So what are the skills that is required? You must have aptitude, like, let's say, for example, some companies take a written. TCS and all are taking a returns, Infosys taking a returns. Then you must have an aptitude, the test you have to clear. You must have a knowledge of programming language. You must have a knowledge of subject basis like data structures, algorithms, or your core subjects, whatever. And you have a sound preparation for interview. Okay, so these are the things that you have to take care while you are preparing for your campus placement. But say, for example, if you are preparing for a higher studies, then you must give top examinations like, for example, either GATE or let's say CAT or some other examination which is required to get into the higher, let's say, top-notch colleges of India, top-notch B schools, top-notch E schools, engineering schools, and so on. So what are the things required if you want to, let's say, go for higher studies? First is that you must start your preparation earlier. Okay, you must understand the syllabus and pattern, that what kind of, for example, in your CAT exam, then they requires, let's say, quant, they requires reasoning, they requires English. But in your GATE examination, they requires a very regressively your whole 4 year of engineering. Okay, you must have a proper study materials. Okay, because study materials is required. Without that, you just open your book and you will fail somewhere in between the journey. And lack of motivation surely will rather than leading to a good path, you always mislead it. You must have a strength and weakness analysis. Okay, you must understand your strength. What is my strength? Whether I am a candidate who can pursue, let's say, 2 year of a rigorous master courses. Whether it will be MBA or it will be anything. It will be engineering masters or PhD. This kind of things is required. Now, after preparation, your test series and revision also takes a very important part, because revision plays a very crucial role. And mind it that in the whole preparation, your mental health is very important, because if you are not sound mentally, that means if you are not mentally sounded, then surely everything will go into the way. So these are the things that you have to take care of while choosing either let's say a company or let's say go for higher studies. Okay? Mind it that your time is limited. Okay? And please don't waste it on living someone else's life. This is the quote given by the Steve Jobs. So that's one of the most important quote I always follow in my life. So please use this quote to change your life, that not everything is good, but time is definitely a thing that will never come back. Okay. So what are the things that you have to take care of? You must have limit your options. You must draw a line between good and bad, that whether I have to choose this path or what. You have to listen to your feelings, and definitely your decision is something that you have to take care of while asking to the parents or what, your seniors. So this is the thing that you have to take care while you are in second year, third year, final year. Guys, don't waste your time. And if seriously you are preparing for your GATE examination or any other examination, or you are preparing for campus placement, then prepare with a whole heart. So that is wishing you for a good fortune, good career. And with this, Pankaj Singh signing off. Thank you.